Hello and welcome. Today we're bringing you the top 10 moments of Virat Kohli's Test career. Get ready to watch the king of modern day cricket at his finest as we dive right in. At number 10, we have one of Kohli's best comebacks in red ball cricket. The 2014 Test series against England had been a disaster for Kohli. The English bowlers had exploited his off-stump weakness to the max, so much so that even critics in India had turned against their own player. But when India visited England in 2018, Kohli silenced everyone by dominating the English bowlers. He scored a magnificent 100 in the second innings of the third Test, helping India to a huge lead that ultimately won them the match. He had also contributed in the first innings with a solid 97. While this would be India's only win out of the 5 matches that they played, Kohli finished as the highest run scorer in that series. Now that's what you call making a statement. At number 9, we have Kohli's 27th Test century, a batting masterclass against a helpless Bangladeshi bowling lineup. The occasion was also a special one, India's first ever pink ball Test, and that too on their home soil. Kohli's innings was classy as always, punctuated by quick running between the wickets and his trademark cover drives. He ended his innings on 136 off 194 balls, much to the relief of the Bangladesh bowlers. India would go on to win the match by an innings and 46 runs, ending the 2019 Test series 2-0. This was just one of the numerous examples where Kohli had led from the front as captain and as a senior batter, and he wasn't done just yet. 2018 was a remarkable year for Virat Kohli. He had dominated across all formats, ending the year as the highest run scorer with a whopping 2,735 runs. To put this into perspective, the second highest scorer was Joe Root with 1,938 runs. One of his finest performances during that year came against South Africa at the Centurion Cricket Stadium. At a time when Indian batters were on the back foot, Kohli took charge and scored a wonderful 153 against the likes of Vernon Philander, Kagiso Rabada and Morny Morkel. Despite his best efforts, India were bowled out for 307 and would go on to lose the match. India lost the series as well, but like always, Kohli finished as the series' highest run scorer. In 2016, Kohli added another record to his impressive list by scoring his first double 100 in Test matches. This achievement came against the West Indies in Antigua. Kohli also became the first ever Indian captain to score a Test match double 100 outside of India. The innings was a phenomenal one, and the Windies bowlers had no answer to Kohli's class. Even the legendary Sunil Gavaskar was impressed by this innings, and he's not an easy man to impress. India went on to win the 4-match Test series 2-0, and would you believe it? Kohli finished as the highest run scorer in this series as well. At number 6, we have one of Kohli's biggest achievements as the Test captain of India. The 2018-2019 Border Gavaskar Trophy was one to remember for Indian fans. India had won the opener in Adelaide and were poised for a historic series win. During the second Test in Perth, India were pushed on the back foot early during the first innings. Enter Virat Kohli. With his team at 8 for 2, the Indian legend put his head down and began to drive the Aussie Pacers all over the park. Some of his shots were simply glorious to watch. It was a one-man show from the India side as Kohli's 123 helped his side reach a total of 286. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to save the match, but in an amazing turn of events, Kohli became the first ever Indian captain to win a Test series on Australian soil, thanks to some heroics from Bumrah in the third Test. This was a landmark achievement for Indian cricket, and who better to lead them to it than Kohli himself? Up at number 5, we have a resilient innings from Kohli during the 2023-2024 Test series against South Africa. While India went on to lose the match, the reason this innings holds significance is because of the conditions it was played under. During the first Test, India found themselves trailing by 163 runs in the second innings, and the wicket was one of the trickiest ones they could have asked for. While the rest of the batting lineup struggled and kept falling like 9 pins, Kohli took the fight to the Proteas India's bowlers, scoring a relatively quick 76 off just 82 deliveries. He was the one lone ranger for India in that innings, driving, punching and cutting the ball to the boundary. This man just loves playing under pressure. Unfortunately, despite his best efforts, India would fall short, losing the match by an innings and 32 runs. At number 4, we have Kohli giving the best pep talk of his career. During the second test of the 2021-2022 Test series against England, India seemed to be on the verge of defeat. England had been set a target of 272 and they had 60 overs to chase down that score. Everyone had written India off except for Kohli. Just before his team went into field, he called his players in a huddle and told them the next 60 overs should feel like hell for them. The ominous warning was taken very seriously by his bowlers, who proceeded to demolish the English batting lineup, bowling them out for a mere 120. The aggression on display was a sight to behold. India looked like a team possessed, and this win cemented Kohli's legacy as a leader in the field. The series eventually ended 2-2, but geez, that motivational speech from Kohli was beautiful to watch. At number 3, we have Kohli's 7th and final double hundred in Test matches. The first 6 of these came in a span of just 18 months, which is an insane stat on its own. The final double hundred came during South Africa's 2019-2020 tour of India. The full tour was cut short due to COVID, but fans were lucky enough to see the entire Test series played out. During the second test, Kohli scored a mammoth 254 not out off 336 deliveries. That's 56 overs of batting by just Kohli himself. An innings so painfully brilliant that even the Proteas bowlers had no option but to admire the greatness on display. This would also be Kohli's highest ever Test score. This performance helped India demolish South Africa by an innings and 137 runs, eventually ending the series at 3-0. Kohli's second visit to England in 2018 was a redemption arc for the ages. Having last visited in 2014, Kohli had struggled to say the least, but despite all that talk about having found Kohli's weakness and whatnot, the king of cricket came back with a bang. The first test of the series saw Kohli score his first ever 100 in England, a beautifully crafted 149 off 225 balls. He did get lucky once when he got dropped on 29, but after that it was all smooth sailing. To put this innings into context, the entire Indian team got bowled out for 287. Kohli scored 149 of those runs. That's one way to silence your critics. Despite losing the series 4-1, Kohli managed to put the demons of his past to rest, finishing as the top scorer. And as always, we've saved the best for last. We all know that Kohli loves a challenge. He's the sort of player who thrives under pressure, and his Test record as a batter and captain is a testament to that. During the 2014-2015 Border Gavaskar Trophy in India, Kohli stamped his authority in the cricketing world by taking on the likes of Mitchell Johnson, Ryan Harris and Nathan Lyon. The first test of the series saw him score 2 back-to-back centuries, 115 off 184 in the first innings, followed by 141 off 175 in the second innings. Ironically enough, Kohli was captaining his side during this match as well, standing in for an injured MS Dhoni. Reminds us of something we said about Kohli thriving under pressure. While this superhuman effort wasn't enough to get his side over the line in the match or in the series, Kohli did end the series with an astounding 692 runs in just 4 matches. This man truly was a joy to watch in Test cricket. We hope it's going to be a while before he hangs up his gloves for good, because no one wants to see this man retire. And there you have it, folks, our top 10 Virat Kohli moments from his wonderful Test career. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more compilations from the gentleman's game.